Well, it's like a trip to IKEA on steroids, and guess what? You are footing the bill. The IRS spending millions on fancy new office furniture under President Obama. The IRS spending nearly $100 million on furniture alone. Senator John Thune joins us.
Good evening, Greta.
Wow. $100 million.
The hits just keep coming from the IRS, don't they?
And apparently, they've also come up to Capitol asking for more money because they say that they can't afford to run the IRS.
Right. I mean, it just is outrageous when you look at the targeting of conservative groups. You look at the bonuses paid to people working at the IRS who are delinquent on their own taxes, the agency that we charge with collecting the American people's taxes. These guys aren't paying their taxes, and then they're getting these bonuses, performance bonuses on top of that. I mean, it is gross mismanagement. And of course, there's also a political agenda there, which we saw when they were doing the targeting of the conservative groups.
Well, I should add that they have a relatively new commissioner. I don't want to lay this all at his feet, but they gave us a statement tonight, and they're saying they're still trying to assess these numbers used in the report that gave rise to it. They said that they're using an aggressive effort to consolidate our office space and reduce our overhead rent costs. And they also said some of their equipment is more than 20 years old. But I read the whole statement, which I'll put on Greta Wire, is pathetic at best.
Well, but $100 million, really?
I know, it's like,
for office furniture?
I know, it's insane. It's insane.
And a $1.2 billion request this year increase in funding from the Congress.
Almost 8%, almost 8% more.
In light of all these problems and all this mismanagement, I mean, it takes an incredible amount of chutzpah to come up and do this.
How come the Republicans, Democrats, independents, anything, even Bernie Sanders, why isn't everyone just like, screaming about this? And why aren't the people at home screaming about it to their members of Congress?
I think that, at least is the case with the current administration, they're trying to defend their own people, obviously, but I think the American people are outraged.
But this isn't really new. I mean, a lot of the stuff, the targeting is new under this administration, but all the problems of the IRS, they've been building for years.
Well, that may be true, but I think it's an example, too. The other thing that the story that you referenced earlier, 90,000 employees, does it really take 90,000 employees and a $12.5 billion budget to collect the American people's taxes? I mean, this is a government, a bureaucracy that's gotten way too big and is run amok.
So what can you do? Because there isn't a single American out there who wants $100 million, at least I don't think, spent on furniture that doesn't need to be spent. I don't think they want people to be getting bonuses when they work there and they owe back taxes. I mean, at least we could use the bonuses. We could hold their bonuses and apply it to their back taxes.
Right.
I mean, why isn't something being done?
Well, and you didn't mention the travel, the trips, with all the exotic
and
things
the targeting.
that they did. So, all those things, I think, point to just a systemic problem with the agency. Now, right, they've got a new commissioner. He at least says he's trying to clean things up. But, the American people need to have some accountability. We filed some bills. I've filed a bill along with Mike Enzi and Pat Roberts that would prevent the IRS from paying bonuses to people who are delinquent on their taxes.
But it's got to be much bigger than that, much bigger than. I mean, if you're late 5 days on your taxes, they're all over you like a wetsuit, and you're paying taxes, you're paying penalty and everything else. I mean, there's got to be something much more aggressive than just a bill here and there to solve a problem. This is a bigger problem.
Well, and I think the best way to probably get at it is, through the appropriations process, and that's the oversight that Congress has. They have to come and request funding every year, and they asked us for this $1.2 billion increase, 7% increase over the previous year, in light of all these problems. And that's the way I think Congress can really get a hold of this situation.
Except I'm going to take the last one of this, but oversight, they've already spent the $100 million. That's aftersight.
Right.
That's not oversight. We oversight that prevents any of that from any happening, but I'm taking the last word on it. Senator, thank you.
Fair enough. All right. Thanks, Greta.